Welcome to this episode of RTO Insights. This series is being brought to you by APRO, the Association of Progressive Rental Organizations, the National Trade Association for the Rent-to-Own Industry, and it's sponsored by Rent Direct, a division of Nationwide, the largest retail buying group. I thought we would talk during this episode about management, specifically about repetition being the mother of all learning. Let me repeat that. Repetition is the mother of all learning. Every day, 7 days a week, I scroll through Google search hits for all of the terms that I have loaded into Google Alerts: rent to own, RTO, rental purchase. It's a very long list. I get 50 to 100 alerts a day, but it is how I keep up with news and items of interest in the RTO industry that I then can disseminate out to dealers. It's not the only way that I learn about the RTO business. I talk to dealers every day. They call me on the phone with issues that arise in their stores. The topic for today comes from a memo that a dealer sent to me that he had circulated to his stores. It's a fellow up in the Northeast named Bill Wendell. I give a shout out to Bill for helping me with this topic. He had sent copies of a memo about anti-tip devices to put on stoves to all of his store employees, and at the top of the memo, which was a repeat of previous memos, he had handwritten, "Repetition is the mother of all learning." Most people, if we look around, either want or need to be managed. There are far more managees than managers. There's a reason for that. It has to do with human nature. Now, modern management theory seems to suggest that all store employees are somehow equal. They are teammates, they are co-workers, but finally, what we all know is somebody got to be the boss. Bill's memo with the handwritten note, "Repetition is the mother of all learning," was about anti-tip devices. The company had launched a campaign to make sure that every stove that went out was equipped with an anti-tip device and was installed by store employees. This was a very important issue to Bill, that of child safety, and it was because of the importance to Bill that the issue was emphasized over and over again in memo after memo, in meeting after meeting. The reason for the repetition was to make sure that it happened. Bill didn't want stoves being installed without the anti-tip device. And for you managers out there, if you want something done by your folks, you're probably going to have to tell them more than once what it is they're supposed to do. Why? Because repetition is the mother of all learning. And in RTO specifically, the policies and procedures may need to be repeated more than in some other businesses. So you have a responsibility to figure out the important stuff in your company, the stuff that keeps the lights on, the stuff that pays the bills, the stuff that makes payroll, including yours, and you've got to be prepared to talk about it again and again and again. It's like the James Bond movie, once is never enough. And for the last time, remember, repetition is the mother of all learning. And finally, throughout it all, treat your customers like royalty. They deserve it.